Hey guys, Dr. Gadget here with Two Mirrors. We're gonna do a little bit of a Xenoverse 2 PvP walkthrough, talking about some of the mechanics we found over the last two beta weekends. So, without further ado, let's start off with some of the basics. For one, let's start with step vanishing. So, in Xenoverse 1, there was a particular way to step vanish, which was you had to tilt your controller towards your opponent, press L2, and then tap A or X, depending which controller you were using. In Xenoverse 2, though, they've changed it, and now you can basically step vanish in all directions in a fight. So this opens up a lot of new ways to fight online. It also opens up different ways to dodge opponents' attacks. So, do you have any, can you shoot on a bunch of, like, key blasts? Do you have, like, the multiple key blast charger? Where you hold down circle? Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, so you can dodge a bunch of attacks. With the, hey! No, I wasn't here. Good, do it again. I was trying to get my dog to stop barking. Yeah, so you can basically dodge all supers and all ultimates from spammers. I've even found a lot of success if you're dealing with a Frieza race in their golden form. They can glitch and shoot a few hundred death beams at a time. This is the best way right now to escape those attacks and then be able to get in close to your opponent and take them out. But there's a few things to this. When you're snap vanishing, you're also trapping yourself in an in and out animation. So, in other words, while you have an invincibility frame while you're invisible, when you appear and disappear, there are particular moments when you can take damage, and that's really important. So, if you're trying to spam it to dodge all your opponent's attacks, be ready. A good player who knows how to fight with melee will be able to predict where you're teleporting to, and they will whack you. See if you can hit me. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, you have to predict where the opponent's going. The other risk too is if you're spamming it and you're up close to your opponent and they attack, you might actually just do a regular stamina costing vanish, which is really, really risky in a PvP fight. A lot of the time, the person who has the most available stamina is usually the one in the position to land some devastating combos as well as deal the most damage. So yeah, step vanishing, it's a really powerful tool in Xenoverse 2. I really recommend you guys practice it and come up with some ways to beat your opponents. The other thing too is you can actually use it to get behind your opponent. So do this. The only drawback is if you're using it to get behind your opponent, it does drain your stamina. And that's just because of how the game works. So it can be a really nice way to land some hits, but it's also a bit of a risky one. Not to mention that in Xenoverse 2, you can actually turn your character around and attack in different directions pretty consistently. So if you're the type that likes to get behind your opponent, be ready. A good player is going to know, and they're going to be ready to attack you. The other thing we wanted to talk about is some basics. Is perfect blocking has some changes in Xenoverse 2. You actually have to finish your block animation really to get the perfect block. It's not as easy anymore as to just tap the R1 button to block. But you can also perfect block key blast. So, Two, you mind just shooting me one blast? Oh, do that again. Oh, one. Okay, let's do that again. There you go. So as you noticed, when I did the perfect block, it actually drained his stamina. So this is pretty good. I mean, it's not a lot of stamina. It's usually a bar. But when you're dealing with a PvP fight, your opponent, if they haven't managed their stamina well, they might be on their last 2 bars, and it's a pretty good opportunity to break their stamina. And in addition to that, if you're dealing with someone like a Frieza race where they can just spam their ki blasts, if you can at least perfect block one of them, you'll break their stamina if they're low, giving you a really good chance to just go in there and beat them up. I mean, if you have enough stamina available too, you could always press square and X, or I think on an Xbox controller it's X and A. You can then actually go up to your opponent, or if you press it and you double tap X, you can just go right behind them, letting you begin some pretty devastating combos. There's also another trick where if you press triangle and circle on the game, you can actually do a launch and then start a combo. So if someone's wide open, you can basically go in and begin your own, serious combo. Which also brings me to combo cancel. So every race has different animations and different moves that allow you to extend. For example, with Saiyans, with Saiyan males, if you do the, sorry, do you mind blocking so I don't kill you? With Saiyans, if you do their combo, I think it's about 4 or 5 squares, you do this little double kick. Right here is when you can actually cancel the combo into your triangle, basically extend it, letting you do a 2-combo mix. The other thing you could do is you could also mix it up into a, ki drain or a stamina drain. Good little note there on the ki drains. It's a really good way to deal with other players who rely on transformation spamming, as you can prevent them from transforming altogether. But there's also the stamina drain, which is great if you're trying to stop a Namekian player from transforming. The only warning with that is Namekian players, a lot of them now, what they do is they'll fly around and break their own stamina so that they can get full bars. So I'd say a lot of the time your best friend is preventing them from generating enough ki to transform, since it does take them a really long time to charge it up. Mirrors, did we miss anything? Oh, right. Yeah, sure. So why don't you do the triangle combo and me, and I'll do the stamina break at the end. Oh, I forgot to tap X there. Sorry, I want to do that again. Alright, so a little something to note is that in Xenoverse 2, unlike in the first game where you just had your charge stamina break for blocking players, you now have 2 additional ones, which are achieved by snapping in a direction and pressing square or triangle. These moves do leave you open if you miss, but if you land the attack on a player that isn't blocking, you'll essentially break all their stamina. And there are certain points in a fight where they're completely open. So let's try that again and see if I can do it properly to you. Go ahead and launch your triangle combo. So yeah, that would be an example of a particular moment where your opponent cannot escape. Some of the things that happen in Xenoverse 2 is that if you're doing one of the extended combos, the finishing animations of the combo actually lock you into some sort of a mini cutscene. Those mini cutscenes are dangerous because if you're dealing with someone who understands that and they dodge their final attack, they can for sure break your stamina right then and there, and finish you off. What do you mean? Oh, okay. I'll try. Okay, let me do it to you, and then you teleport and do it to me. There you go. Yeah, so that's a great point. So if you're dealing with a situation that you want to really land that stamina or ki drain, I think there's nothing better than that. The other thing though about stamina and ki drain though in this game currently in the beta is it's a little bit ridiculous because it drains almost all your ki. Like that, what was that? 4 bars of ki I just took from you, and it instantly fills me up at max ki. So like literally in the beginning of a fight, whether you have 1 bar of ki or 6 bars of ki, if I land the ki drain, I can instantly go Super Saiyan 3. So it's pretty OP, I gotta say. Same with stamina drain. It can be pretty dangerous because if you force your opponent to be stuck at, you know, not enough stamina to do a dodge or a break out of an attack, you're basically limiting your opponent's options in a fight. Same with ki drain. So these are very good tactical moves to keep a fight in your hands and under your control, so you can manage what the other opponent can actually use against you. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Hold block. Sure, I'll transform back yet. It doesn't seem to be increasing. Do you want to do a perfect block? Here, perfect block my ki blast so it does less damage. There you go. Is that enough? Go for it. Go for it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's okay, block. Yeah, it's hard. It's gonna take some practice to get used to the blocking in this game. Go for it. Come on. Perfect luck. There you go. Okay, go for it. Woo! 3 bars of stamina, and you went to full. Well, you were already full. Never mind. Still. Sure. Let's get you. Yeah, do that, and then we'll drain your stamina. Okay, drain it now. No, you only got 1 bar back. So it seems like the ki drain, in my opinion, is a little bit more OP. Because it drains everything, and it gets me at least 4 or 5 bars of ki. That's pretty damn good. By the way, for those of you who don't know, transformations are a really good opportunity to punish your opponent. You mind transforming for me? Oh. Okay. Here, perfect block. Yeah, oh, no, not if you have good blocks. There you go. There you go, okay, great. Alright, go ahead and transform. What? Okay, so now we learned something. If I'm standing close to you while transforming, it's gonna be bad, but if you mind transforming back and then powering up again? Okay, go for it. Oh, interesting. Let's do that again. Do it again. Interesting. So it seems like your transformation's a lot faster with Super Saiyan 1 than 3. Because with 3, I always break people's stamina. But try that again. See if I can get it from farther away. No. Really? This is interesting. So maybe try breaking my stamina. Oh, timeout. Well, anyways, I mean, when you're in an online match and people go Super Saiyan 3, I'm almost always able to break their stamina before they transform, but I think the animation for Super Saiyan 3 is a little bit longer than Super Saiyan 1. And I think Super Saiyan 2 is a bit longer than 3, because I've broken their stamina as well. There is a risk, though. If you do get caught in someone's Super Saiyan 3 transformation and you're low on stamina, they will break your stamina. So it's pretty dangerous. Anyways, before we wrap up this video, how about me and you have a full-on fight? So what we'll do now is we'll make a video of us actually applying some of the stuff we talked about in part 1 in an actual fight. Are you ready to? Alright, let's go for it. So one of the other things I use is I use little key blasts to distract the opponent so I can go in and punch them. So once they get in close enough, I go boom. It's an all-out fight, right? Woohoo! I was not trying to do that move. Right now what I'm trying to do is go into stamina conservation mode. Ready to die? One of the things you need to know with the Kamehameha, the Kaioken Kamehameha, is that you shouldn't use the Kaioken times 4 right away. What you need to do is wait for the damage to come out of the first Kamehameha, and then, once a few seconds pass before the animation finishes, you release the times 4. That's how you kind of maximize some of the damage that you're trying to output there. Otherwise, you're only going to get somewhat of the full damage because you're cutting the Kamehameha, the first Kamehameha's damage short, because you're cutting in the second Kamehameha wave. Alright, you're gonna get a rematch and we'll keep that as the video. Get a round 2. I recommend you turn Super Saiyan, you need that damage output. It's rough on the fingers, I'll tell you that much. After a while, if you play long sessions. You see how I caught you in your step damage there, right? I just grabbed you because you were blocking. So I kind of wait for an opening before I come in. Good job there, you caught me. Great job with perfect block though. What the hell? Alright, there you go. Oh, you landed it this time. Alright, you're getting good at catching my step damages. Alright, that's it. Oh, you see? Broke my Super Saiyan transformation! You better... Yeah, no, they're both part of the same video. Oh man! I'm in danger! I'm in danger! Oh, these perfect blocks, dude! It's costing me, man. It's really costing me, dude. No, I'm dead. I'm dead now. What? 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 Oh! Recovery! Hey, at least you recover stamina faster than I do.
This wraps up the training video that we had for you guys. Feel free to let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. I'll attach a link to the combat guide I wrote on the Steam community. And I'll see you guys when Xenoverse 2 comes out. Take care.